So, namaskara everyone present over here. First, I would like to thank my tiny tots who really enjoyed and entertained not only themselves but even us. So, thank you, children, very much for your fantastic performance. Big round of applause they need. I thank Principal Ma'am and all the teachers who took so much pain for so many days to train these children. And above all, our esteemed guests. Thank you. What have I to talk about? According to the motto, it is Vivita Somnia. To be very honest, I don't understand this properly. But I understand, in simple English, follow your dreams. So when we talk about dreams, I'm not talking about those dreams that come in our sleep. We are talking about dreams that come from the behind, not from the eyes. When I talk about dreams, it is something that comes and whispers very slowly in our ears, very slowly. And this whispers, many times we don't even hear. So we must listen very carefully and properly when we hear these whispers. These whispers are actually our instinct and our intuitions. Take them to your heart. And take very start taking small steps, tiny steps. Don't bother about who believes in you and who doesn't believe in you. And don't bother about failures also, because for me, success or learning more. There is no word failure in my life. When I come upon speaking about these whispers, they come suddenly. And today, to be very honest, when the first group of children came here, they have already spoken all the qualities, everything which is needed for developing our dreams. They have told everything to you all. I don't know whether you all listen to them properly or not, but they have told all the qualities which are needed to fulfill your dreams. So instead of repeating those same qualities, I hope you all love to hear stories. Real story. Only one. I won't bore you more. Okay. So this story is of a girl, young girl, who was a national level player. She was once traveling from Bareilly in UP to Delhi. In the train, in a compartment, some guys came there and tried to pull her chain. As she was a player, immediately she reacted and she hit those boys. They couldn't tolerate this, and as a result, all 4 boys pulled her chain and pushed her from the running train. She fell on the tracks. It was, God knows what was God's wish. From the other side, when another train was coming, and her leg was severed. In the night, whole night she screamed, but nobody came there to help her. On top of it, the rats, you all know big rats near the railway stations and railway tracks, they started nibbling the flesh and blood and everything. That girl cried in pain. She remembers that 78 trains passed up and down. Early in the morning, to her luck, a milkman saw her. He took her to the health care. There was a health care nearby. When they reached her to the health care, that time, in that health care, there was no doctor. There was one compounder and one senior compounder. That compounder, he just spoke to his friend that the leg was totally cut, only little bit part of it was hanging. So they discussed between each other that they didn't have anesthesia to give. The girl overheard. Look at her bravery. She told in Hindi one sentence. She told, Sarji, kaat do. Puri raat dard saha, ye dard kuch nahi hai. They cut her leg without anesthesia. When they came to know that she was national level player, immediately she was shifted to AIIMS Delhi. There, 2 days something and all happened. Her leg was amputated. And when this girl was coming back to her senses, she came to know that she didn't have a leg. It was amputated. She turned her eyes and she saw some 3-4 newspaper, and luckily she just picked up one of the newspaper which was of that day, next day. The headlines was, National level player, fighting poverty, wanted to snatch the chain of some co-passenger. When they resisted, due to fear, she jumped off the running train. Entire opposite scenario. Days passed. People come. Instead of giving encouragement, they pacified her that she would not have problem in getting a job from games quota. Oh, everyone came pacified, but something was going on in her mind. Some whisper was coming in her mind. One line, whisper. That whisper was that if God had saved her whole night in that condition, she was not there to go and get a government job on a wheelchair. This came. The whisper was not screaming, but it was whispering. And she started following it. Everybody came and advised from her family to join a government job. They were ready to give compensation, lakhs of rupees. She refused everything. In between, she started noting down some things and writing to someone. After 7 or 8 months, she got that Jaipur foot. You all must be knowing about the Jaipur foot, right? So, they gave her some physiotherapy. She started walking, and that time she made a call. You'll be surprised to know she made a call to Mrs. Bachendri Pal, the first Indian woman climber on Mount Everest. There was a whisper coming in her ears, her dream. She said, if God has kept me alive, then He has not kept me for some small purpose. It would be something bigger, very big. But Chandri Pal did not know about this incident. She called her. When she saw her Jaipur foot, she point blank refused. She was determined, so Bachendri Pal asked her to run once around the campus. She ran and her entire leg started bleeding. But she kept on persuading Bachendri Pal, and after 1 month she came back to that place and was ready to take the challenge. She took training there for 6 months. When she was trained, naturally, one leg was not there. Hardship for her. But when the time came, Bachendri Pal asked one Sherpa, the man who carries the luggage and oxygen and all, to take her, to go with her. When he saw the Jaipur foot, he said, no suicide. He didn't want to commit suicide because it was committing suicide. But again, as nature was helping, you know, when you dream something big, the entire vibrations of the nature get together to make that thing happen. Nature will help you. So anyhow, he agreed. They started their journey. She was slow, and as a result, she was consuming more oxygen. By that time, she had reached half. Oxygen cylinder got over. Again, nature helped her. Luck, nature, everything joined together. When from the other side she saw one climber was coming down, he had one extra full oxygen bottle, and that man immediately gave it to her. She took that, started climbing. Now the best part was still to come. When she reached the Mount Everest, she reached the top. And when she reached the top, she was overwhelmed. She took the Indian flag, put it over there, and she started looking. Sherpa, he knew the weather condition. It was not inclement weather. There was going to be a snowstorm, avalanche. So he requested her to come fast. By coming fast, her Jaipur foot broke into 2 pieces. She threw the Jaipur foot, requested that man to run. And she told him that she would come somehow. And even if she did not come, she would think that she risked everything and sacrificed everything for a dream. She jumped, avalanche was already there. She jumped and she started rolling down. She couldn't walk. She rolled and rolled and rolled. Everywhere she rolled and reached the base camp. Do you all want to know the name of that lady? Some of you might be knowing. Arunima Sinha. The first handicapped woman climber from India to reach the top, Mount Everest. Her dream was so big, without a leg. So when you dream in that way, that you are ready to sacrifice anything of your life. Even she risked her life. She was not bothered. She only saw one thing. And that what she was seeing, that was her dream. So what I would request, many times you might feel that you might feel that I don't know whether it is possible. Parents might feel that, will he get something? Let not the whole world believe in you. But when you start following your dreams, you believe in yourself. You must know that nothing is impossible. And you can do this. You will do this. You will always overcome all the hurdles in life. If you follow your dreams, nobody helps you. This whole kainat, the whole atmosphere, each and every vibes of this place, atmosphere, will join together, one, and will help you in achieving your dream. Thank you about dream. Okay, so thank you parents. I just request you all that please allow your children to follow their dreams. Don't get into that, it's a, what do you say, that it's a jungle. IIT, IIM. I am not an IITian, I am not an IIM. But still, I have reached my goal. It is not because of my qualification that I have reached. My passion, my dedication, my hard work, consistency. Don't give up when people say it is impossible. In my funda of life, if it is difficult, it must be done. If it is easy, anyone can do it. But if it is impossible, it must be done. Please support your children. Please, please support your children in their dreams so that one day they shine like shining stars of India. Thank you so much.